The first flight of deportees arrived in India this week, and it's caused an uproar as lawmakers and media there say that they arrived with their arms and legs shackled. Many there calling an insult to the dignity of Indians. Next week, the Indian Prime Minister will be meeting with President Trump in Washington, D.C. In tonight's Prime Focus, our Matt Rivers gives us a window into the journey halfway around the world made by many Indians to chase the American dream.
The tiny Indian village of Gulpura, 4 hours north of New Delhi, feels very far from the U.S. And yet here, the pull of a country more than 8,000 miles away is undeniable.
जैसे गांव में दिल लगा करे था ना, गलियों में बच्चों एक रहे थे, और वो सिस्टम नहीं है, बस कोई घर रह रहा जी जाने बगैर.
Nearly all of the village's young adults have left, migrating to the U.S. and its promise of prosperity. Not far away, one such man gets in a final game of snooker before leaving on his own odyssey. He too will head to the U.S.
जीना चाहते हैं एक बैंक बैलेंस एक अपना घर बढ़िया रहना खाना काम देखो मेहनत बंदा जितनी मर्जी कर ले.
We're hiding his face because the way he wants to get to the U.S. isn't exactly within the law. He met the smuggler who will help him do it right here in the billiards hall. From the quiet fields of rural India to the deserts of northern Mexico runs an international superhighway of migration, funneling tens of thousands of Indians to the U.S. border each year, more than 100,000 arriving since 2022, more than any other non-Latin American country, and all of it made possible by transnational organized crime. Across parts of northern India, street after street looks like this. Ad after ad after ad, immigration services, learn English, marketed to so many here who want to migrate. Some of this is legal, but a lot of it is not. Human smugglers are rampant in this part of the world, meeting the demands of thousands of would-be migrants each year. We know because we talked to the one from the snooker hall, identity concealed.
और मैं पिछले 10 साल से ये काम कर रहा हूँ. हाँ, जिसके अंदर से 250 की गिनती सिर्फ अमेरिका की होगी.
He's just a part of a sprawling international network. For those willing to pay upwards of $100,000 in total, he sends them on what he calls the Dunki route, a play off the Punjabi idiom Dunki, meaning to hop from place to place.
यहाँ से चले दिल्ली, दिल्ली से दुबई, दुबई से फिर अलग-अलग कंट्रीज की हम मतलब वीज़ास निकलवाते हैं, जैसे ग्वाटेमाला हो गया, पनामा हो गया, और कोस्टा रिका हो गया, कैंकून.
Every part of the journey is made possible by organized crime along the way, even bribing border guards.
इसके अंदर वो लोग भी मिले हुए हैं. बहुत सारी border securities ऐसी हैं कि जो शरेआम पैसा लेते हैं.
Tens of thousands of Indians have made that journey in the last few years. And all roads lead to Mexico.
Ladies in front, men in the back, come on.
Here, Indians often join others, a veritable United Nations of migrants, often abused and treated poorly by the cartels who see them simply as dollar signs. For those willing to pay a bit more, they get separated from the rest and sent to individual cartel safe houses. That's where we met these two families, just a stone's throw from the border.
The journey to come here.
Yeah.
Was it hard?
Yeah, because police checking, they snatch a passport asking for money.
Ah, I see. So they threatened to rip your passport if you didn't pay them.
Yeah.
The two families meeting only after they'd left India, both wanting peace and prosperity in the U.S.
Why did you leave?
Politic problems.
Safety?
Yeah, safety.
Why not just fly to the United States on your own? Why pay the Mexicans to help you?
They help our pass out and some give us some money for food
And what
Emigration from India has spiked recently, especially from northern states beset by political and sectarian violence and crippling unemployment. For this cartel smuggler, it means Indians have become some of his best customers.
El negocio en estos días, ¿cómo va? ¿Ocupado? ¿Lento?
Siempre hay mucha demanda, siempre hay mucha demanda por personas de allá, de India, de China, pero más que nada en especiales de la India.
The next day, they'll be brought to the wall and dropped off. The cartel taking videos like these as proof for their bosses that they did their work. President Trump has taken aim at this kind of smuggling, deploying the military to the border in an attempt to slow it down. Back in India, that migrant we met in the snooker hall hoped to get to the U.S. before Trump took office. We don't know if he did. He stopped responding to our messages right after he left. But where he goes, others will soon follow.
आज की डेट में मेरे पास तकरीबन 700 पासपोर्ट हैं जो बाहर जाना चाहते हैं। अमेरिका एक क्रेज है और अमेरिका ही जाना है एट एनी कॉस्ट। उसकी कीमत चाहे कुछ भी हो, चाहे लास्ट इंसान के पास एक ही चीज़ होती है, जान भी चली जाए।
Many seem to be willing to pay any price. Our thanks to Matt Rivers for that.